Hey lovelies, this is a bonus video for this week. I normally don't do makeup videos. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a beauty guru at all. Fashion is my lane and I try to stick to that, but at the same time I am like a beauty novice. So I love makeup, I love wearing it. I love being able to just like try new looks and try new things. I only wear vegan and cruelty-free brands, or I try to as much as I possibly can. I'm sure there are some brands that are not vegan or cruelty-free that I've been using and maybe I'm not aware of. So if I mention something and you know for sure that it's not cruelty-free, please let me know. This is actually a decluttering video. So I have a lot of eyeshadows, like a lot of eyeshadow. I might be addicted to eyeshadow palettes. It might be a thing. Like that might happen. So, now that I'm looking at it on camera, like this look is completely from, I did a base of like the Naked palette where it's just like there's naked shade over the entire lid. And then the next was like the NYX Bright palette, and I'm thinking of decluttering it because it doesn't look like it on camera, but in person, like it's really patchy, like really patchy. I had to put down the Urban Decay primer potion on the base of the lid, which works for pretty much every other single eyeshadow I've ever had, and like for the one color, like for the blue, it worked fine. And I always put another like really thin layer of primer, like if I'm gonna double up color like this, if I'm gonna try and like transition from like a, from a bright to a dark, I'll put another layer of primer and like kind of do that. I really had to pack on the pink, like I had to use my fingertip because it just would not work with a brush. Like I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, like maybe someone from NYX, if you're like a NYX makeup artist, let me know what I'm doing wrong, but the shadows just seem like really powdery, like super powdery in that Brights palette. Some shades didn't show up at all. Like if you look really closely right here, I tried to do like a yellow, like to line the lower lid with yellow, and it just did not show up on my skin tone at all. And I'm not like really that tan, so I don't know what it was that was going on. So I think that like I honestly, before I tried the Naked palettes, like my husband was super sweet and bought me the original Naked palette, which I'd been wanting for forever, and then he also bought me the Naked Heat because he's like the best husband in the world. And I've just been in love with those palettes and like loving the way they look and like doing so many different looks with them. But I really like the NYX shadows and the fact that they are like they have this Brights palette that has all of these different colors. So I'm wearing this dark blue here and then this pink, and like you can actually see in the pan like how powdery that is. It's just kind of crazy. And so they have some cute colors, like some cute glitters, but it is just like really, I'm not flipping you off, I swear. It's like really powdery and patchy, and so like I'll do another swatch because that wasn't really good. But see how, and like I did put primer on my hand before doing that. It just didn't show up, and the colors that like are just not pigmented at all, like this one actually swatches better than it translates on the eye, but like this pigment, when you try to put it on your eye, it just doesn't, it like blends to nothing. So I've had really good results with like the purples and the mauves. This like dark orange actually worked pretty well. I keep having to like take a sharp object and just kind of like do away, because it gets this crust. Like anytime that you try to use like a setting spray to make it like darker, make it like more like to show up more, it just does that, and like I'm sure it's not meant to have like Fix Plus or anything on there like that, so just be careful that that can happen if you do own this palette. I really wanted this to work, and the thing is, on camera it doesn't look bad. In real life though, like I'm looking at it and it's super patchy. Like if I go in real like real close, you can probably see how patchy it is, but from this far away it's just not. So this is, I'm kind of on the fence about this because I don't want to get rid of it because it's the only brights palette I really have. Like the Naked and the Naked Heat are really good like for warm neutrals and other stuff like that. Like the Naked palette has some cool tone neutrals, but I like bright colors, so I'm thinking of getting like an Alamar palette or something like that. I just joined BoxyCharm, so I'm kind of waiting to see what's in the October box, so hopefully we'll get like some oranges or some cool stuff in that box. I will definitely do an unboxing with you. So if you own this palette and it's working really well for you, can you please tell me how to use it, because apparently I'm doing something wrong. So this one we're on the fence about. One thing I'm definitely gonna pass on is this Jewels from CoverGirl. It is nothing but powder. Like it's an all shimmer palette, so it really just has so much fallout and so much powder. I'm going to pass this on to probably a younger person who maybe like just so that they can like play around with makeup, and maybe like, you know, someone who doesn't necessarily need like a ton of quality stuff. I don't know, like something for just someone to play with. Thank you so much to oh my gosh, what is the name of the YouTuber? I can't remember the name of the YouTuber who taught me how to sanitize makeup and sanitize eyeshadow palettes. I will insert the name here. Stephanie, fix this. I feel super bad now because I don't remember her name, and I watched like literally 6 hours of her videos today, and I think she's amazing, and I can't remember her name at all now. I know that her husband's name is Sam, like for some reason I remember that, but I will put a link down below, and I will put her link to her video here. So this is definitely going. It's powdery and the shades just are patchy and not good. Don't buy this. The other thing I am super sad about, like incredibly sad, like I'm actually emotional about it. So you can't see because it's super, it is the Buxom, oh my gosh, this is not showing up on camera. It is the Buxom palette from last holiday, and the cool thing about this is it does come with like a really big mirror, and it actually slides, the palette slides all the way out. So here we go, you can see. So I have to put it here against my eyes because or else it won't go into focus. So you can see like it's a lot of warm neutrals, and there are some cooler tone neutrals in there, but the same problem with the CoverGirl is that it's just like really powdery, and like this sparkly black is patchy, and then this, oh, gotta get one. So like I used to use this gray one all the time, but the problem is that like Buck in my Naked palette and like the Naked shadow itself are just way better, like warm toned and cool toned grays, and the black shimmer just like I'm not, there's so much fallout, and it's like you're not, I actually don't want to pass this on to someone because I feel like they'll be just as frustrated as I was, and I don't want to do that to someone. So again, if you like this and loved this palette, please tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like I'm not a makeup like expert, so I'm like, again, it might be operator error, I don't know, but if you've had similar issues, like please let me know down below, like what do you use instead now? I heard ColourPop is a really great shadow because like they're $5 per shadow. So if you like ColourPop and you like love it, I really want like a peacock blue. Like that would be super awesome. Let me know. Let a girl know. I've been watching a lot of like Jen Love's reviews and like trying to find it, but she's not like she doesn't do a ton of like bright colors. So, and I find like a lot of YouTubers don't do a ton of bright colors. Like I wish like there was, if you know of somebody who like that's their thing, like they like the brights and the pinks and the blues and the greens and the purples, like let me know because I would love to watch them. The other thing I am decluttering is going to be, I hate to do this, it's another NYX palette. I was so excited and I tried so hard, you guys, to make this work. I was so excited on my Instagram. I was like, oh my god, I got this on super sale, and I was so excited. And the thing is, it is a really nice palette. It's a lot of like neutrals, and you can get a lot of neutral looks in there. And this part actually isn't bad. I might keep it just for these neutrals. I might not declutter it. But the problem is when you get down into these shades, into the eyeshadows on either side, like the blues and the greens, the ones that I really want the most, those ones just like don't show up, and they're super powdery and they're just not pigmented enough. Again, if there's a NYX makeup artist out there, like I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. Like, do these have oversprays where I'm supposed to like scratch it off, or like what am I doing? Are my brushes just bad? I'm using EcoTool brushes, so I don't know. Like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like I've used EcoTool brushes, that didn't work, and those brushes don't seem to pick up a lot of, like, it's just powder. It's just powdery. I did use the like little sponges that come in here, and the same thing, like even when I tried to pack on color with fingers, it still just didn't seem to work very well. The blushes are kind of streaky. I don't know, like I'm not really a blush person, but I've used other blushes from like Wet n Wild, and those seem to work out pretty good for me. I don't know why, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like it's really frustrating because I got this at Nordstrom's Rack and I was so excited, and it just doesn't work. Like it doesn't work for me. So the other thing I am on the fence about is the Urban Decay Vice Lip Palette. So funny story is I bought this lip palette. So you can see I've like used Pandemonium and Wrath and Backtalk. I just haven't used this one right here, which I think is called Hex. I haven't used Hex yet, so I'm going to. I'm wearing Wrath on my lips right now, and I really like it. So I bought this as a gift for a friend at Nordstrom's Rack when I picked up the NYX Bohème Chic palette. I got this, and I had to stop myself from buying like all the Lorac like Beauty and the Beast stuff too. But I got this lip palette because I thought, oh my gosh, this would be so perfect for a friend of mine. And like literally that day she texted me, or we talked on the phone. I don't remember what she said, but like in that conversation she was like, oh, I hate those colors. And I was like, oh. So then I just kept the palette, and it's been in my collection for a really long time, and I just started using it. I wore Pandemonium at work the other day. I don't suggest wearing it like where you aren't going to have the opportunity to like reapply, and I also don't suggest wearing like lip liner under these because they're highly pigmented. And what happened was I put like a nude lip liner underneath thinking like, oh, that'll help make it stick and it won't show up. No, it definitely shows up. It shows up, and it just looks like you have this weird ring of nude around the super like purple. So I didn't wear any lip liner today, and I think it looks like just way better with this. So this I'm on the fence about, and the NYX Brights I'm on the fence about. This Bohème Chic palette I will be passing on to someone. Okay, so I don't know, because like this palette, like this part of the palette I think works pretty well. I think these shades, but for some reason like the cool toned, like like this is supposed to be like a grape, like a purple, and it just doesn't translate onto the eye. I don't know why. But I'm super sad about this blue here because it doesn't, so like it's swatching just fine, but when you try to apply it to the eye, like I tried putting it in my crease and it just like didn't work, and it just like blended away into nothing. It was like a blue dream. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, again, it could totally be operator error. So if you're a makeup artist or you have worked with this palette and you've had great success, please tell me what I'm doing wrong. I would love to know. So the other thing that I found today that I actually really like, and I was almost thinking that I didn't like it, because I did find out I was doing it wrong. So I don't know if you've tried the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. It's $5.99. I love this stuff. I wear buff beige, which is kind of funny to all of my friends because since I've moved to Oregon, I've been like 4 shades lighter than I've ever been before. I've never been a beige anything, so it's kind of funny that I'm buff beige now. So anyway, if you have a ton of peach fuzz on your cheeks the way I do, I would suggest not using a sponge for your applicator for this. It is a light to medium coverage foundation. It is buildable up to, it's a buildable coverage, and just to kind of like even everything out, make it look fine. I don't have a ton of like, I don't have cystic acne, I don't have anything like that. Sometimes I do have like minor breakouts, but I was applying this with a beauty blender. And the problem with applying it with a beauty blender and like doing that kind of like beating your face and like rolling motion is that it just makes the hairs like stand up more. And it is totally normal to have peach fuzz on your face. Like, you do not need to shave the peach fuzz on your face off. If you want to, that's fine. If you want to wax, that's fine. I do get my face waxed sometimes. I just haven't lately. But if you have a ton of peach fuzz and you don't want like that texture, use a foundation brush to apply. So use like a foundation brush to apply and then buff in the direction of your hairs. Like so mine grow down, so I would buff down with like a big face brush, like a blending brush. Make sure it's like dense. I used a Real Techniques brush to do that. I don't know what number it is. I will insert the number here, and that way you'll know what brush that I've been using to, and I think my foundation looks pretty good. So again, I am not a makeup guru. I am not a makeup artist. I am not even a makeup, I wouldn't even count myself as an enthusiast. I'd be like, I am a everyday, I sometimes do some looks. Like, I haven't tried wearing falsies yet, and so I think I'm gonna do that just for a video one day, and I might make a video of me like putting on false lashes just so you can see how crazy hard I think that is. Much respect to all the beauty YouTubers out there. I could not do what you do. I think that you're amazing. I watch your videos all the time. I watch Tati, and I watch Jen Loves Reviews, and I watch just so many people. Wanted to let you know the Instagrammer of the day is Regina Williams Gmail. You can check out her Insta here. This is a super cute picture of her that I found, and she is she's a follower, and she also has her own blog, and you can follow her there. She has super cute outfits. She is always on point. She's also a very like inspirational person. She's a woman of faith, and she's down in the southern states, and I think that's amazing. And much love to you. Thank you so much for watching, Regina. And to me, she looks like a reincarnation of Coco Chanel. Like, if Coco Chanel was gonna wear stuff today, to me that's what she looks like right now. So or a Nina Simone. I think like either like a cross between Nina Simone and Coco Chanel. Like, Regina, you're rocking it. Please keep doing what you're doing. I love your Insta, and I can't wait to see what you do next. Guys, that is it for the bonus video today. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know what your thoughts are. Like, should those things be decluttered? Should they not be decluttered? Am I just doing it wrong? Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments down below, and follow me at chubbygirlintheworld_official, and on Twitter at CGINTW. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe.